Hey there, Bioshock fans, this is Wesatron. Today we're taking a look at Neca Toys' Bioshock Infinite Boys of Silence action figure. These just came out fresh in 2013. As far as I know, they weren't really circulating in 2012, except for maybe in parts of Asia. This is from, like I said, the new Bioshock Infinite game, which is a huge game on my list of games to play this year. I'm very excited about it. Got a nice shot of the character down here, Boys of Silence. Some cool shots of the blimp and stuff in the background. We've got a nice bio here, which actually tells you a lot about the character, which is cool, or the characters. And then there's the logo, and on the bottom, we've got the sculptors, painters. Sculpt is Alex Henke, or Heinke. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. Heinke. But I don't recognize that name, so that's pretty cool to see some new blood over there at Neca. Not saying that that's definitely new blood, just something I don't recognize, so maybe it's not new blood, who knows. But the paint, John Wardell and Jeffrey Trapp, the same ones who did the paint on Elizabeth, and some other ones that we've recently looked at, so excited to see that. So this guy looks great, standard clamshell Neca packaging. Let's get him out and see what he's like. Here's the Boy of Silence out of packaging. I've got him in a fairly generic pose. Nothing too crazy because I don't really know how yet he moves or anything like that. But this guy is really, really cool looking action figure. Very, very, very nicely done. Sculpt, paint, everything. Really, really top notch. The sort of experimentation that they started doing with like rust and brass and things like that with the first Bioshock figures. They've really kind of perfected, I think, on this. I mean, you can look and see how impressive this thing looks. I mean, this looks like metal. Very, very nicely done with some nice kind of green oxidation or something forming on edges. Very, very nicely done. The trumpets that are on the sides of his ears actually go... You can see they sculpted them so they don't just stop there. They kept the illusion alive by sculpting all the way through. So there's not... Yeah, no light, actually. It doesn't go all the way through the head, but it's very, very cool. This padlock here is very cool because it's separate. It's on its own little, I guess, just separate part of the sculpt, so it can hang and stuff like that. So that's pretty neat. There's nice ribbons painted here, tying the leather parts, would have this great stitching on them. I like the way that they're kind of... drilled, this like little cape here is sort of like screwed into the helmet. Very, very cool. Big straps you can see that go from the front to the back, kind of helping holding this big apparatus on. Mud splatters here on the pant leg as well as the jacket. Very, very, very cool. Dirty fingers. Nice striations in the hand. Brass buttons, the washes, everything looks really, really nice. I really dig the socks. They did that like kind of corduroy style ridge socks, and they did a great job. They even have like cross hatching on them going up. It's incredible. And then the boots also have the brass rivets on them. Very nice. They look like kind of old worn leather boots. And the bottoms are not detailed but do have a peg hole. There's a peg hole on Elizabeth. Well, I didn't mention that, but... So very, very cool. Articulation-wise, this guy's got a ball-jointed top section here, whatever you want to call it. So a little bit left and right. You know, it's hindered a little bit because of the design here. Sorry about that. The battery I was using died. So nice, nice overall rotation. Forward about that far. Back about that far. Good tilt side to side. So very nice. Got swivel hinge shoulders. Go out about level with the shoulder blades, I would say. Even if you could go any higher, it would bump against this, so that's nice. We've got swivel hinge elbows, close to 90 degrees, but not perfect. Well, that one's actually almost perfect. This one is a little... No, it's about 90 degrees, too. And great rotation there. This one does have ball-jointed wrists, for sure. So very nice movement there. I really like the look of this hand, and I like how you can bend it in and out. This would be a great zombie hand if anybody was trying to do customs. So, you know, cool stuff. This jacket is a separate rubber piece, which is very nice because you can almost not tell, but there's a ball jointed waist up in there. It just, in the package, you know, like that, I just assumed there was nothing. But you can see there's a little bit of a shadow there because they included a nice ball joint in there. So he's actually got a lot of range of motion there. And this is actually kind of neat. I noticed this earlier. Once they got up to a certain point, for one, they stopped doing the shadowing there, or like the wash. And then as you get further up, they even stopped painting it. Like, it goes from white to like dark, like black almost. So that's pretty funny. So in addition to the tilt, there's also rotation there, which is very nice. You got DCUC style swivel hinge hips. Neca's used these quite a bit and to great success. They have a great outward motion, as you can see, and forward is great, and back is great too, because they don't let the butt pack get in the way. So that's very nice. We've got swivel hinge knees, and they're a little bit hindered on both sides by the design of the shorts. If you did want to customize these, you could probably, because the joint goes up in there, you could take just a little bit off the back of the shorts here, and you would get a much better range of motion. And then we have ball jointed feet here, ankles, but because of the boots being cut kind of high, they are a bit limited, so you can't get a whole lot out of them. But overall, pretty cool. This is another somewhat no-frills action figure, similar to Elizabeth. I say somewhat because this guy has an action feature, which I did not realize at first, and I'll explain that better in a second. But basically, I guess these guys probably do some kind of sonic damage or something, but he's got his mouth open here. You can see inside there's like a lever, like this slides up and down, and when you turn his trumpet here, I guess, you can see he opens his mouth and then sticks his bottom jaw or tongue, whatever you want to call it, out, I guess for screaming. And then when you turn it back, you kind of have to unlock it because it sort of locks in place at first. But then you turn it back, it'll go all the way back in. So very, very cool. And there's nothing that I saw about this in the packaging. I didn't find any instructions or anything, so just be careful, because what I did is when the figure's in the box, he's kind of like that a little bit, and I started pushing in on his mouth, and then I realized it got to about there, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I tried to get it back out, and I couldn't, and I kept working at it, and I just got further down to where it was like that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't get it out with tweezers or anything. I thought I'd effectively broken the thing, because I thought it was just on a slide, like pull it out, push it back in, but Neca actually did. I was just kind of playing with it, and I noticed that these moved, and I turned it, and it popped right back out. So kudos to Neca for designing a pretty neat little action feature. That's pretty awesome. I'm just sad that they didn't include anything to let us know. So that's what I'm letting you guys know now. If you push the mouth in, it's okay. Just turn the ears, boom, fixed. So very, very cool. That's pretty much it on this guy. He's an outstanding looking action figure. I definitely highly recommend him. When he starts hitting in stores, I assume he's going to be about $15 to $16. Like I said, I think I got him and Elizabeth together for about $30 before shipping. So probably around, I think it was $38 overall, maybe even less than that, or maybe it was $30 overall. It seemed like a really good price at the time, but just give you another quick scale shot. So you can see he's much taller than Elizabeth is. So he looks more like a standard size male, and then with the huge apparatus on his head, you know, obviously he looks enormous. So very happy to have these figures. I can't wait for the game. I'm very excited to see what it's going to be like. The story is just incredible from the first two games, so can't wait to see what's up next. If you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to put them in the box below. I'll be glad to answer you in any way that I can, and if I can't, like I said, I'll do my best to fake it. So thanks guys for subscribing, thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to you later. Bye.